Hello everybody, welcome to Utah Jazz Episode 6. It's game number 11 of the 2016-17 regular season. The Jazz, their fifth game of a 5-game Eastern Conference road trip, ending in Miami. A date with the Miami Heat. Here at the American Airlines Arena. Dragic, Josh Richardson, Derek Williams, Bosch, and Hassan Whiteside, the starting lineup for the Heat. Jazz wearing throwback powder blues. George Hill's pass is deflected, and Dragic is going to go all the way for the layup. Heat out to an early 6-0 lead. Heat leading 11-2 now. Hassan Whiteside, right-handed jump hook over the top of Rudy Gobert. It's 13-2 Miami. Hot start early for the Heat. Joe Johnson jackknifes it up and in, and he is fouled. And we'll go to the line. Heat lead 13-4 here. Joe Johnson would hit the free throw. Miami up 22-10. Joe Johnson now, baseline. Spins it up in, off the rim. Cuts the lead to 10 with 2:20 to go. Derek Favors blocked. Waiters out on the run. Waiters looking to the right side to Johnson. Johnson knocks down the three from the right side. It's 25-12 Miami with 1:20 to go in the quarter. And they would take a 27-17 lead into the first quarter break. We'll see if the Jazz can overcome this difficult start to the game and get the victory here in Miami. Second quarter action now. Heat by 11. Bosch to Dragic. Nice pass to Waiters, who cuts past Joe Ingles to the rim. He lead by 16 here with 5 minutes to go. Joe Ingles around the screen. Ingles knocks it down. Playing in the place of Gordon Hayward, who was hurt in the last game. Jazz without Hayward and without Alec Burks. Favors on the pick and roll. Down the middle. Gets it to go with the left hand, and he is fouled. The injury bug really hurting Utah here early. Hood into Favors. Favors has to change his shot. He's fouled there by Chris Bosch. That's the fourth foul on Bosch here before halftime. So you see Favors change his shot and get it to go. At the break, the Heat have a 54-41 lead. They're shooting 49%. The Jazz, on their second game of a back-to-back, the final game of a 5-game road trip, struggling to get their shots to go, 36%. So you see Whiteside with 12 points and 13 boards. The Jazz have struggled to keep the big guys off the boards so far this season. Rodney Hood hits a three looking down the barrel. The Jazz on an 8-0 run cut the lead to 8. Goran Dragic in the lane, floats one up, no. Rebounded by Whiteside. He's going to go back up. He's fouled there by Joe Johnson. And the shot goes for Whiteside. Miami by 8. Gobert holding on the right side. Looking for Joe Johnson around a screen. Joe Johnson rattles it home from 20. 6-point lead now for the Heat. The Jazz have cut it to 6. And Hassan Whiteside hammers the miss back in. 8-point lead for Miami here in the third. Chris Bosch swatted away by Derek Favors. 3 minutes to go. The Heat lead by 8. And at the end of the third, they run this lead out to 77-62. So they go on a little run to end the third quarter and lead by 15 going to the fourth. Things looking bleak for Utah. Here's Dante Exum. Over to Joe Ingles. Ingles hits the three. Cuts the lead to 12 early in the fourth. 7.5 minutes to go now. Dragic on the left side. Looking into Bosch. Bosch gets away with a bit of a travel on the fall-away. His shot is good. It's an 18-point Miami lead. Heat leading by 13 now. Richardson at the top of the key. To Whiteside, who gets around Withy. Goes all the way. Scoops it in off the glass with the left hand. Miami goes on to win this one 107-87. The Jazz will head back home for a 2-game homestand against the Memphis Grizzlies and the Chicago Bulls. Points in the paint once again. Stat we're keeping our eye on here. 52 for Miami, 40 for Utah. The Jazz got to get to a point where they beat people on points in the paint. Second chance points, 15-8 for Miami. The bench is doing well for the Jazz, though. Giving up too many rebounds to Miami, though, on the defensive side. So we're back in Salt Lake City, Vivint Smart Home Arena. It is just the third home game, I believe, on the season so far for Utah, and we're in game number 12. So a rough start for the Jazz on the road. They come into this one at 2-9, facing Michael Conley and the Grizzlies. Mike Conley, Tony Allen, Chandler Parsons, Zebo, and Marc Gasol. Here's Gasol for the Grizzlies. Pump fakes Gobert. Scoops it in, rolls around the rim, and drops. Memphis out 8-2 early. Jazz trying to keep things close. Very short-handed here in this game, as George Hill was lost in the last one as well. Joe Johnson with the fall away from the elbow. 14-6 Memphis. Here's Hood to Diaw. Diaw off the glass. Kisses it home at 16-10 Memphis. So the Jazz are playing without Gordon Hayward, without Alec Burks, and without George Hill, who are all going to miss an extended period of time. George Hill being the most, as he is out 2 to 4 months with a broken foot. Raul Neto back to the top of the key to Withy. Over to Exum on the left side. Exum hits the three. Cuts the Memphis lead to 3 early in the second. Boris Diaw to Neto. Neto back to the top of the key. And he's going to go around the screen of Diaw. Back to Diaw, looking down the barrel. Diaw hits the 3, and Memphis leads at 26-22 with 9 minutes to go in the second. Exum back to Lyles. He's looking down the barrel, and he gets a friendly bounce. Cuts the Memphis lead to 5. Jazz trying to hang in there against a team who is coming into this one at 7-2. Memphis leads by 7. Exum out of the double team. Scoops it off the glass with the left hand. And at the break, Memphis leads 40-37. The Jazz trying to really slow the game down, make each possession matter, and kind of, for lack of a better term, junk up the game, because they are very much outmanned in this one. Dante Exum with 5 points and 2 boards and 2 assists. Grizzlies shooting 46%. The Jazz only managing 40%. Jeff Withy on the right side as we get the third quarter underway. Raul Neto to the free throw line. He gets a friendly roll. And Memphis leads at 55-52. Jazz hanging in there. Rodney Hood. Beautiful little scoop shot off the window. On the reverse with the left hand. 60-54 for Memphis now. Neto on the right side. Lines up a wide open 3, and he'll knock it down at 60-57. Memphis by 2 now. Neto behind his back, over to the right side to Diaw for the lead, and the Jazz go up 62-61. 2:50 to go in the third. Here's Ennis. Ennis over to the left corner. Daniels steps to the right, and he'll hit the shot, giving Memphis the lead back at 63-62. Memphis leading by 1 now. Baldwin into the right corner. He strokes in a 3. It's 68-64 for Memphis. So the Jazz lead was very brief, very short, and the Grizzlies take a 72-66 lead into quarter number 4. Jazz hanging in there, though, against a very good Memphis team. Neto, looking down the barrel, hits the 3, cuts the lead to 5. 11 minutes to go. 4-point lead now. Mike Conley in the lane. He's fouled by Shelvin Mack, and he gets the shot to go. Nifty little move by Mike Conley with the left hand. 82-75 Grizzlies now. Exum pulls up, hits the 3. Still a 4-point game now for Memphis. Grizzlies by 7. Shelvin Mack into the left corner. Finds Trey Lyles. Lyles strokes it in from the corner. It's 96-89. Memphis with the lead as time is running out. They hit another shot. It's 98-89, and that's the final score. The Jazz hang tight, but not able to come away with the victory here at home against the Grizzlies. Next up for them will be the Chicago Bulls. The Bulls, who are riding an 8-game winning streak right now as they take on the Portland Trail Blazers today. Look at points in the paint again. Jazz outscored 38-26. They did better defensively, but a tough matchup in the paint against Marc Gasol and Zach Randolph. Very tough for them to score down low. So a tough matchup with the Grizzlies. They'll move on to Chicago next. But let's look in on the Chicago Bulls and the Portland Trail Blazers from the Moda Center. CJ McCollum with a huge game for Portland, looking to stop the Bulls' 8-game winning streak. He knocks down the 3. He would go on to have 31 points, 2 rebounds, and 5 assists. And the Portland Trailblazers would stop that winning streak of the Chicago Bulls with a 119-100 victory at Moda Center. Also, let's look in at the San Antonio Spurs and the Sacramento Kings. The Kings at 2-9, the Spurs at 7-4. From Golden One Center in Sacramento, Manu Ginobili with the layup. Spurs lead 27-20. Rudy Gay from the elbow hits the shot. 27-22 at the end of the first quarter. Second quarter action now. Omri Caspi knocks one in from the left side. Spurs still leading by 2 here. Patty Mills into Kawhi Leonard. Leonard with the layup gives the Spurs a 4-point lead. Fourth quarter now. Tony Parker spins back to the middle of the lane. He floats it in with the left hand. San Antonio by 5. In the fourth quarter now. Aldridge. Cross court to Kawhi Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard would knock in the dagger from the corner as San Antonio will go on to win. Kawhi Leonard 32 points, 8 boards, and 2 assists. The Spurs with a 112-95 victory over the Kings. Up next, the Jazz and the Bulls from Salt Lake City.